Minnesota Vikings. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Pulls it in at the 13. And able to get this out to the 25. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
2nd and 5. Mond looks to throw. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. First down, here's the run with Cook. And some space here. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, where they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Here's 2nd and 10. Mond out of the shotgun. The open man is Westbrook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
First down, Minnesota.
Back to the ground, Cook. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A give. This is Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
When they put the ball in J.K. Dobbins' chest and he carries it, he runs with a lot of determination and aggressiveness. Just one start last year as a rookie, but still managed 805 yards and 9 touchdowns. I think he's ready for a big year 2 leap. Now the lead runner for the Baltimore Ravens.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Kylan Granson, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
It moves to second and 10.
Throwing is Jackson. He's going to go up top again. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, first and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So first and 10 now from the 30. Getting the ball is Cook running left. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 34-yard line.
Now Mond. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Mond going to throw it. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 30 yards there.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Cook. Able to fight through one tackle. Still fighting for more. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 76 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen for Nwangu. Fights him off. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
On second down now, it's Cook. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The kick by Joseph is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Jackson on first down. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
On first and 10, it's Dobbins. And some room to roam now. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite. but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields this way up at the 17. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Back to the air, Mond. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Here's Mond. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his big tight end here. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, he gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
Dobbins. And Dobbins, he is not going to get there. They stop him short of the line to gain. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up. led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman of the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Mondale off of play action. Rolling to his right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Oh, he shifts past him, and he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 96 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings featured back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. 2nd in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards, and that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mon. Complete. Smith has it. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. They'll set up a throw. Smith catches left side. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now back to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Joseph's got it, and they will take the lead at 13-10. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Now Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense as we play here in Week 9 of the 2021 season. Normally, you're slipping kind of past the halfway point, but now with the season expanding to 17 games, you kind of think that teams might look up and say, gosh, we still have a lot of football left to go.
No doubt about it. Remember, they've had their...
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Airing it out deep for Smith. And this one is incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
On 2nd and 10, Mond. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
3rd down from the gun, it's Mond.
Lets it fly for Thielen.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Both teams going back through their game plans, making their final halftime adjustments. And for the call of the second half, we go back up to Baltimore and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Second half starts with a run by Dobbins. It's a 1st down and more for Dobbins.
And all the way out to the 45-yard line.
84 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Right back to Dobbins on first.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
2nd and 16.
From the gun, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
They run it again with Cook. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Throw left side on target to Thielen. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins.
And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Here a throw taken in by Watkins. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big pickup of 38.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Jackson sliding out of the pocket. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
Here's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And he'll go down at the 28. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this fourth quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great fourth quarter.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, Cook.
Now Cook hit and he lost the football.
And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's got room. Touchdown, Vikings.
Dalvin Cook,
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
and the Vikings on one play have taken the lead. Boy, the word with Dalvin Cook is explosiveness. I'm not sure there's anybody in the league that has the acceleration that he does, and he put it to good effect there.
Joseph on for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Vikings 20, Ravens 13.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
It's second and inches.
41's the mic. 41's the mic. Strip the ball.
To throw is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now a handoff for Dobbins.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
Jackson. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Another run here with Dobbins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
54.
Jackson now.
He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a one-score game. Now Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch. Tomorrow.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense? And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 42. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check 26, check 26.
A give. Dobbins trying the right side. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The rain compounding issues here for a possible field goal try. They'd love to obviously get closer or even pick up the first down if they can. It's 3rd down. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Again, it's Murray. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left.
Justin
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Justin Tucker for the field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
And Tucker missed it left. Normally reliable, this time no good. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Justin Tucker, the kickoff for Baltimore.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a first throw here in overtime. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line.
And how about that? So many times the big play is what does it in overtime. They got one there, move the ball past midfield, and now you know they're on the move, looking to score the game-winning touchdown because a field goal won't finish the game.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, breaking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. He's got the first down inside the 10 and all the way down to the 5. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Handoff comes to Cook. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys in the concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home.